Hello and welcome to another Summit video. Today we will be talking about the one and only Mosin Nagant. Why is it so liked among the community? Why is it always in the meta, and how do you find it? Well, let's start with a history lesson. Designated the three-line rifle M1891, but more commonly known as the Mosin Nagant or Mosin's rifle, this firearm was developed in 1891 by the Russian Empire and is still in service today, although not in any major role, similarly to how the M1 Garand is still in service, but not in a major active combat. There are about 37 million made, and countless variants have been created. The Mosin has seen over 40 conflicts and has been used by over 60 countries. In Survivio, the Mosin Nagant, commonly known by Discordians as the Moist Nugget, deals 72 damage. To compensate for its relatively high damage, it has a slow rate of fire of around 34 rounds per minute. This gives us a DPS of 72 damage, the maximum amount of damage able to be dealt in a second. It has a 5-round internal magazine and has a unique reloading mechanic. If you reload with an empty rifle, all 5 rounds will be reloaded at once, similar to a magazine. Otherwise, they will be loaded one by one. The former is to emulate the use of a stripper clip, which was essentially a piece of metal with rounds in it to assist the reloading of an empty magazine. It takes 0.9 seconds to reload a single round and 3 seconds to reload the entire magazine with a stripper clip. After every shot, you will be slowed down for a brief period. You can decrease, if not eliminate, the slowdown effect if you switch to another gun right after shooting. This is called quick switching. If you want to learn more about quick switching, we recommend our tips and tricks video. It will be linked in the description. Quick switching with this rifle is surprisingly effective in close quarters combat. Of course, since it's a sniper rifle, good aim is required to use the Mosin to its fullest capability. This gun is relatively hard to find. While it can spawn as loot and can be dropped by obstacles, there is one particularly unique way to acquire this rifle. It can be found in the tree cache. This tree looks slightly darker than normal trees. This cache always looks the same no matter what mode you're playing, which can make it very easy to spot if you see a normal tree in modes like Cobalt or Desert where it stands out. Despite its physical differences, this tree appears like any other on the minimap. For all you mobiles out there, things are a bit harder. Early in 2020, Combat made sniper rifles release to fire. Long story short, instead of firing whenever the joystick is dragged out of its boundary, the rifle fires when the joystick is released after having dragged it outside of its boundary. This makes lining up shots easier without impairing those who live for the flicks. Just be careful when rapidly changing your target to keep the joystick outside lest you fire the rifle by accident. Apart from that, operation of the rifle is the same as for PC players, though you may struggle to use the quick switch combos. Now to pros and cons, starting with the former. This gun is a fairly easy rifle to use. It reloads quickly and deals high damage. It's also not terribly uncommon to find compared to the rarity of other high-powered sniper rifles like the SV98 or the OM. This gun is also extremely powerful if you possess the one in the chamber perk, as you can fire the first round and deal extremely high damage, then reload one round instantly and fire off another high damage round. For the downsides, there's the obvious one of you need to have good aim. While this gun is more forgiving of missing than others, if you cannot hit your shots, you're going to be held back because this gun requires accuracy to use. If you can't aim, then 2 sniper rifles that are more forgiving of wayward shots would be the Scout Elite or the Model 94. Oh, and the DMRs, of course. You probably won't be able to use it judging by your potato aim. Earlier we mentioned that this rifle is a favorite of quick switchers. Some great combos for this weapon include all of the shotguns. The MP220 is great for closer range, while the Spas will be the perfect long-range companion. Hit them once with the Mosin, and then finish them off with a dart from the Spas. The M870 is a great middle round and works very well for an ambush-style loadout. Hide and shoot them once with your Mosin to reduce them to low health, then finish them off in a short M870 skirmish. If your aim is particularly keen, you can also use a second Mosin if you want to be extra deadly, but this will only work if you've practiced the technique and are experienced at quick switching. Overall, this gun is great. It pairs with almost every other primary and is also phenomenal by itself. It's just that good. When you see a Mosin, you should pick it up, or at least hide it. Sniper rifles are always a good pick in Survivio, and if you can't use them, then make sure it can't be used against you. It deals good damage, but it has a high skill ceiling, meaning not everyone can use it. We would rate this weapon 7 nuggets out of 10. Thank you for tuning in to another Summit weapon review. If you're interested in more videos of this type, like this video and comment a weapon you'd like to see us cover. If you like the content, I'd like to ask you to subscribe, but not to YouTube. I mean, that would be great too, but if you head over to our Twitch channel where we run live podcasts, once we get to 200 Twitch subscribers, then Spectre, the podcast host, will have to straight up eat an onion. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.